Hey everybody, I hope you had a great Memorial Day weekend and remembered what we're actually celebrating in addition to family time and beach time. So I am here today with a leg and ab hybrid workout. I'm all about working my abs right now. I've been working my legs a lot more with the running. So we are going to get into this. We're going to do 30 minutes. What's important for you to remember? Excellent form. That's what I care most about. I don't care about you lifting the heaviest weights or, trying to be perfect. That is not what we're all about here. We're all about real life, making an effort, trying hard. Let me turn this light on. It's a little dark in here today because it's dark outside. It's kind of gloomy. Lunge to one side. Lunge to the other. Keep your knees behind your toes. Say hello if you get the chance. You know I love it when you do that. Pull your knee into your chest. Another thing you have to remember is keep your core tight at all times. This is your core. So what does that mean? If someone's going to come and punch you in the gut, how would you steel yourself for that? That's what it means, keeping your core tight. Do some sweeps. Ooh, this feels good. Reach up, stretch to one side and to the other. I was at the beach or at the lake this weekend in Kentucky. Press your fingers together around your back and lift up. I ran a lot of hills, so I am sore. But it felt great. I got it in. I was proud of myself. So let's do this. If you're out there, let me know that this broadcast is working okay because Facebook looks a little wonky right now. Okay, so the first one that we are going to do, I want you to get weights. I'm actually not going to use any. Well, I'll try these and see how it goes. So we are going to get in this position. You are going to squat down. Now, it's as if there's a rod in your spine, okay? So you're going to start up, squeezing those glutes as hard as you can. You are going to squat down. You are going to squeeze to one side and then to the other. Come up, squeeze those glutes. So when you lower through your heels, drive up through your heels, squeeze really, really, really tight, okay? Very important. So let me just set myself up for my workout. All right, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to go for 1 minute. So lower yourself down through your heels, squeeze those obliques to one side, then to the other, drive up, squeeze, up. So you want to get that incredible glute squeeze. Now, if you're traveling, you do not need any weights to do this workout. You can certainly modify. Again, if you're out there, let me know that the broadcast is okay because Facebook is being a little weird, although it looks like it's transmitting. So down, woo, squeeze, oh my gosh, lower. So the weights are giving our legs, glutes, and obliques a workout. Oh, we're done. Oh my goodness, that was no joke. No joke. Okay, next one we're gonna do, get down on the ground. You do not have to use a mat. I feel like I need to lower this a tiny bit, but I want you to be able to see me when I'm standing up also. Okay, so this is one of my favorite and what I believe to be an incredibly effective ab exercise. So your hands are lightly behind your head, your legs are off the ground, you squeeze your abs to bring your knees in, squeeze your abs to raise up, face up, squeeze your abs to straighten, squeeze your abs to lower. So you never fully lower your legs or your shoulders unless you're taking a break. If you're taking a break, that's perfectly fine. It's awesome. It's good stuff. We're going to go for 1 minute. I'm probably going to yawn a little bit. Sorry. My allergies allergies are definitely acting up this morning. Squeeze. Okay, so squeeze, 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 squeeze. So you're...
I didn't catch that. Could you try again?
I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
Squeeze. Okay, keep going. Keep going. Take those breaks when you need to, but keep them at 3 to 4 seconds. I had to make it a little cooler in here. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Don't hold your breath. You're going to want to. Don't do it. 5 more seconds. And done. Good job. Roll up. Move your mat out of the way. Okay. Oh, hi, Angela. I hope you had a good weekend, too. All right. Next one we're going to do is you're going to sit on your ball and you are going to squeeze your knees in as hard as you can. This is going to burn up your inner thighs like crazy. It's a very small movement, but you have to really push against the ball. And if your ball is pretty inflated, it's going to be really challenging. It's not a huge range of motion, but you are going to keep going. You are going to persevere. Squeeze those knees as hard as you can and just adjust your position because you want your knees pressing into the ball. You don't want to press it and have your knees like out in front of the ball. Squeeze. Squeeze. Keep your abs tight. Squeeze as hard as you can. So you want this part of your knees pressing in to the ball as well as your inner thighs. My legs are so sore. Oh my gosh. So I only meant to run 2 miles on Saturday morning and I got lost, so I ended up running 3, which I guess is a good thing. And then I walked 2.5 miles with Dave and his sister and her husband, and they walk really fast. We're done. And then yesterday I ran 2. I made sure I didn't get lost. But like I said, so many hills, which are like a whole other ball of wax. So, oh, that was so good. So good. All right, we're going to work our obliques again. So I want you to sit on your ball, hold your weights. Okay, and they're going to be out apart from your body. Okay, so the goal is to keep yourself stable on your ball. I'm not going to hold that because that does not feel good on my elbow. Well, it's not that it doesn't feel good, I can just feel it. So you're just going to be reaching. So as you're squeezing, right, to get yourself back up, also in the reach, you're feeling it in the opposite oblique. So work hard, stay strong, don't go too heavy. Keep those knees together if you can. If you need more stability, you can open up a little bit. So reach, 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 reach. You can do it. I promise. You can. You gotta persevere. If it was easy, everybody would do it. There's a reason why most people do not exercise. It's challenging. It's a pain in the butt. It's very inconvenient sometimes. It's a lot easier to just sit around on social media or talking with friends or doing other things, but they don't have the same payoff. Mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, none of it. Really squeeze, and we're done. Ooh, I love that one. I feel it all the way around, and that is what I like. I am not interested in showing up here and doing stuff that doesn't challenge me. I'd rather just get my butt kicked and be done with it after that. Okay, so next one, I'm going to use this, but I'm going to prop it up against my couch because it's not stable on its own. So you are going to stand. You're going to put your toe, it's hard to do this on the rug. You're going to put your toe on top of whatever it is. Now, you might need to hop out a little bit to make sure when you lower, your knee stays behind your toe. You can use weights. I think I'm going to use one 10-pound weight because I can kind of hold it with both hands. We're going to go for 45 seconds on each side. This is a butt-kicking exercise. Take breaks when you need to, and then reset when you're ready. Got it? So make sure that you have proper form. Again, you might need to hop out if when you lower yourself, that knee goes out in front of the toe. Lower through that heel, drive up through that heel. Your abs are tight, your shoulders are back. So normally I'd probably be using two 10-pound weights, but I don't want to stress this elbow. I have not done my PT exercises the past few days, and I can tell. So I got to keep working it. Because I really want to do a Tough Mudder. Or one of those. What's the other one? There's a Tough Mudder and a Spartan race. But I just don't think I could do it with this elbow. I took a little break. Woo! Oh, we're done with that side. Okay. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Believe in yourself. This is a hard, challenging exercise. You might find you can only get 5 or 10 seconds in before you need a break, and if that's the case, that's what you do. Lower through your heel, drive up through your heel. My legs are feeling stronger, I can tell. And that's a good feeling to be consistent with the ab workouts, getting in, or the leg workouts, getting in the additional walking and running. 2, 1, done. So the way I've been doing it prior to my little running exercise that I'm doing right now is I would do these workouts during the week, and then on weekends I would do walking or running. So that's a really good way to do it. Have something that you know you can get done during the week, 20 to 30 minutes, depending on what I'm doing. And then weekends you can do things that are a little longer with your family. Get outside, do whatever. Okay. You're getting on the ground to do an ab exercise. So a lot of people skip leg day because it's hard. And I always try to tell people, don't skip it. Just get in, get it done. It'll be over before you know it. So I want your hands extended behind your head, which is going to make this a little more challenging. Modified is keeping your hands here. So your hands are up. You can, if you want, hold a light weight. So I've got a 5-pound weight. I'm going to hold it mainly with my left. And you're going to open and close. Now, the whole point of keeping your arms above your head is to really isolate those ab muscles even more, make them work harder. My allergies do not like me laying down like this, but I'm doing it anyway. Okay? Keep those arms up, open and close, open and close. So by holding that weight, you're not only working your arms harder, your abs are having to work harder also. When you need a little break, take it. You're going to want to muscle through these and hold your breath. Do not do it. Take those breaks when you need to. You guys were rocking this exercise. Fight to finish. Finish the minute. Do not quit. Drop the weight if you have to. Take a bunch of breaks, but do not quit. You can do this, I promise. But you gotta push. Done. What you want is this. People are like, how do I know if I'm working hard enough? The last 10 to 15 seconds are gonna kick your butt even more, or the last few reps. Okay, if you're breezing through to the end and you're fine, then, sorry, I'm getting water, then you know that you're not working hard enough. Your weights are not heavy enough, you're not pushing yourself enough. You've got to believe that you can get yourself to the next level. But along with that comes, you got to have that grit, and you've got it. You may not have called it up in a while, but you've got it. All right, next one. You ready? I don't know that I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready. This is one of my favorite all-time exercises. And why is that? Because it's challenging. It works. So I'm going to use a 10 and a 5 since my 15s are in the other room. If you're brand new, use a 5 or an 8. You can always drop down. So remember, if you start with an 8 and you only get 5 or 10 seconds in, who cares? You started with an 8-pound weight. Okay? If you've been working out with me a while, 10, 12, 15 pounds. So let's start the clock. We're going to do a minute on each side, and you are going to open and close. So see how I'm keeping my feet together. My upper body is tight. What I'm not doing is rolling out as I open up. I'm squeezing, I'm keeping the weights closer to my knee. If you put them up more by your hip, it's a little less challenging. Because I have 2 weights, I'm holding them really tightly to keep them from falling. My abs are working crazy hard to keep my upper body stable and not let me roll out. My glutes, the outer part of my thighs. I get a lot of requests for thigh exercise as well. This is one of them. Oh. Whew. Done with this side. Now we're going to go to the other side. And listen, what I don't want is you getting discouraged. If 5 pounds is what you can do, and that's what's challenging you, that's awesome. And just know that I'm very proud of you for even showing up. Most people don't even show up for themselves. They only show up for everybody else. And it's really hard, especially when you have a lot of crappy stuff going on and the kids are stressing you out and work is stressing you out and you're exhausted. The absolute last thing you want to do is exercise. But that's when you need to do it the most. This leg is really challenging me even more than the last leg did. So I'm just taking those breaks when I need them, keeping them short, and then I persevere because my form is good. If your form starts to get crazy, then that's when I want you to drop down. Oh. Yee-hoo. That was a lot, but I'm glad I did the 15s. I'm glad I pushed myself. Because sometimes that's the only way you know you can do something is if you try it. And then you're like, oh, look at that. I made it through the whole minute with that weight. Okay, next one. We're going to go back to our obliques. I'm beating them up today. Your bottom arm is out. Your knees are stacked. Your head is behind. Your hand is behind your head. Do not ever pull on your head. Your hand is simply resting, and you're going to squeeze and lower. If you can't get your elbow all the way to your knee, don't worry about it. Get as close as you can. So again, sorry, but we're going for a full minute. Don't pull on your head. You can put your hand there to feel those obliques working. Whew. So next week, just to give you a little heads up, I'm going to be at the beach with my fiance's family and my kids. So I'll be doing 20-minute workouts Monday through Friday. Some of the crew might join. It's hard to say. They did last year. And it's fun. It's fun when they join in. They love that I do this. And they've been really encouraging about it. And no one ever, kind of gives me a hard time if I, leave in the morning to go for a run or work out. They're all encouraging, and that's what you need. You need to tell the people around you, hey, I need you to encourage me. And if I'm having a moment of low motivation and I don't feel like doing something, instead of being like, yeah, stay in bed with me, or yeah, come on, let's just sit, we'll have coffee, we'll talk, say, nope, get out the door. You know you're going to be glad you did. Encourage them, ask them to push you, help be your little cheerleading team, because you're not going to always have the motivation for yourself. And that's why you can reach out to me anytime and say, I am on a crappy streak, I have no motivation, blah, blah, blah. And believe me, I will give you a pep talk, because we all need them. Okay, your bottom arm is outstretched. We're going for 1 minute. So remember, get your knee as close to your elbow as you can. And put your hand there. Do you feel those obliques working? Close your eyes actually. Picture those oblique muscles as they work. Everything is tight. Okay? But yeah, ask for help, everybody. You have to. You have to ask for help. We can't do it alone. And that's one reason I'm so thankful for Dave. He's such a huge encouragement to me. And, I made this commitment to run every day for 14 days. Not a big deal, but a big deal for me. And he's just been so encouraging. But here's the thing. He wants to do it, but he hurt his knee and he can't. And he's like, wow, I really appreciate the fact that, once I get better, I'm going to appreciate a lot more being able to do this. Because we take for granted that our bodies can do it. And then when they all of a sudden can't, you get a little reality check. Okay, we're doing another one of my favorite exercises. You're going to put this weight behind your knee. Your fingertips are even with your eyes, and you're going to drive up. So you want to squeeze your calf muscle against the weight to keep it stable. We are going to do one leg and then the other. And yes, we are doing 1 minute each. So come down to starting position and go all the way back up. So you'll lead with your heel. You've got to keep your abs engaged. Got it. Come on. You've got it. Do not quit. Take those breaks when you need to. Come on. If you need to and your form is starting to get crazy, you drop down to a lighter weight. Otherwise, take a break. 2, 1, and done. Good job. That is challenging. Sit back, And just shift to that side we just worked. Stretch out that glute. Put it on the other side. Guys, we're so close to being done. It's not even funny. So don't fling. You're driving up with that heel, keeping your abs tight. Do not let your body, you're not doing that. You're driving up. Your chest is parallel to the ground. Five more seconds. Come on. Push. 2, 1, and done. Oh. Roll that off to the side. Sit back into child's pose and shift to that side that we just worked. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm getting my butt handed to me. We're going to keep our knees together and lower to one side and to the other. What's the trick? The trick is you got to keep the small of your back flat on the ground. So as your legs are moving, that back needs to stay flat on the ground. That's where your abs have to work really, really hard. When you get so far over that it's not possible and it starts to come up, that's when you know it's time to go to the other side. Keep those knees and feet together. Stay tight. And breathe. And breathe. And breathe. Fight, fight, fight. That small of your back has to stay flat on the ground. I know it's challenging. Come on. I'm taking a little break. 3, 4, and then I'm back to it. I try not to break for longer than 3 to 4 seconds. It just gets harder to get going again the longer you take. So I'd rather you take a short break and then 8 or 10 seconds later you take another short break. Where are we at? 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and done. Oh. Rear end handed to me. How are we doing time-wise? I think we're doing really well. Yeah, we're doing great. Okay. Next one we're doing, I want you to get on your, you know what, I'm going to actually get on a stool. You're a little lower on this one. You get a bigger range of motion. I'm picking up my 10-pound weights. So I'm going to have them standing on my knees, keeping my abs tight, and I squeeze my quads. These are big muscles, so I want you to go heavy. But your abs are working too. So the closer you put them to your knees, the harder it is. The more you move them up towards your hip, it's a little less difficult. But let's work these quads. Again, they are big, powerful muscles. You call on them a lot for walking, running, going upstairs, bending, squatting, everything. So make them strong. Life is a lot easier when you have strong legs. And especially when you have a strong core, because your core is part of your abs, your back, and your butt. Guys, we're done. So as soon as we're done with this exercise, we will stretch and we will get on with it. Guys, I want to thank you so much for your tips. Showing me that love. I really, really appreciate it. I'm going to move this, and we are going to lay down and do some awesome stretches, both for our legs and our abs. So first of all, I want you to stretch your hands and feet as far away from each other as they'll go, and dig your tailbone into the ground and really stretch those abs out. Then I want you to pull your knee into your chest, fold it across your body, and look out the opposite way towards your outstretched arm. Such a good stretch. Fold your ankle across the other knee, reach under and pull on your shin. Now, the harder you pull, the more of a stretch it's going to be on this glute. So, oh, that is good stuff. Pull your knee into your chest, fold it over, look out towards your hand. Cross that ankle, reach under. Good job, rock up. Reach up, lean to one side, and then to the other. Give yourself some hugs. We rocked that out. And I'm very proud of it. Sean-Visco on Venmo, S-Visco on PayPal. Have a beautiful day. Tomorrow I'm going to try to go a little bit early since I don't have the kids. So 7:30.